Here are 10 ways to get rid of your IRS tax debt today. And the countdown begins, and you're not going to believe what the 10th one is. And make sure you stick around to the end, because the 10th one is going to be mind-blowing. So I originally put out the video, the 5 ways to get rid of IRS tax debt. So here's a recap on the 5. First one is offer and compromise, where you make an offer to the IRS, they forgive the rest. Second one is called CNC financial hardship. It's a $0 per month payment program where the IRS does not want any type of payments from you. The third one is the PPIA, the hardship payment plan, where it's a payment plan that you could afford to pay. Doesn't matter what you owe. If you could only afford to pay a certain amount, that's what the IRS wants. Fourth one is innocent spouse relief, where it is unfair to hold you accountable for your spouse's fault to owing tax debt. And the fifth one is replacing an SFR tax return, where the IRS did the tax return, didn't apply any type of credits, didn't care for any filing statuses, so you could replace it to lower it or even get rid of your tax debt. And now on to the 6th way. So this is part 2 of the 5 ways. And number 6 is identity theft. It's one of the biggest rises with the IRS, where they cannot control it. And with so many data leaks with many different companies, and some scammer out there could do some fraudulent stuff with your information, and you could fall victim regarding these top 3 ways. First one is somebody out there is using your information to work. So there's a reported income of which you did not earn. Next is somebody out there filed a tax return, claimed all kinds of crazy credits, they got some refund, and now you're stuck footing the bill for that. And the last one's really messed up, because you probably relied upon somebody to prepare and file your tax return, and they committed some kind of fraud, and they ended up fattening up their own bank account with your information. In one of the most notorious cases, there was a retired IRS agent that wanted to live a more luxurious lifestyle. So he was showing his clients a certain amount of refund, like a $5,006 refund, when in reality he was submitting something else to the IRS, getting back a total of $30,000 and keeping the difference or whatever he showed his clients. So you could file 14039 and completely get rid of the tax debt with which you do not owe. Hey, if you're finding great value in this video, click the like button and subscribe to my channel for additional tax relief tips. Next on up is called an audit reconsideration. Going through an IRS audit is very painstaking. You gotta show up, meet with the auditor, submit proof, and at the very tail end of it, the IRS wants you to owe extra taxes, interest, and penalties. And the audit recon is perfect for somebody that didn't show up, didn't respond back, or had an agent that just kind of didn't even review your stuff that you submitted. With an audit reconsideration, you could submit additional proof, additional substantiation, and you could definitely lower your tax bill with this. And with the audit recon program, it's a great way to lower your overall tax bill. And if you do that, it lowers the interest and penalties as well. The 8th method is the strikeback method. And this is you appealing any negative IRS decision against you. Typically, you could file an appeal when the IRS sends you certified mail, such as when they file federal tax liens, send you the final notice before levy. And you could also do so whenever they issued out a bank levy, a wage garnishment, or whenever they reject an offer and compromise or any other type of tax relief program, such as the hardship payment plan, installment agreement request, or abatement of penalties. But you have to act fast. Typically, you have within a certain window of time frame, such as 30 days to go ahead and file your appeal. But once you submit your appeal, you have a second chance in one to settle out your taxes. The 9th one is what I call special circumstances, or the IRS also calls it effective tax administration. So check this out. You may actually legally owe it, so there's no doubt as to liability to owing the taxes. In addition, you might have sufficient assets and income to repay the taxes. However, your special life circumstances prevents you from paying the taxes, so you could maybe pay other bills instead. And this is something that affects your life or an immediate family member, maybe your parent, a spouse, a child. And of course, using this program, and make sure you submit the special circumstances with your proof. And on to the 10th and final one, which, you know what? There are way more than 10 ways to resolve your taxes, and sometimes you need a combination of different programs. And I have put together a free guide how you could completely eliminate and get rid of your tax problems. This way, you're not searching the internet, getting conflicting information. It's one proof, and my competition does not want me to put this out there. So I will go ahead and post a link below, so make sure you grab your free copy today. And thanks for watching.